What a treat you're in for. We're here with Chef Adam Gertler. He's known from the Food Network's many Food Network shows, and FYI, Man vs. Child Chef Showdown. And a lot of kids kind of beat you.
Well, actually, yeah. So we have on that show, we have the kids that cook against adults, but I'm just the master of ceremonies there. I stand back and I let the kids do it because they're the pros there.
Yeah, they are, and they're amazing. We're going to bring out what you're making today, and I want to just point out that he is back with another great recipe from his Dog House restaurant.
Yes.
And he is called a Wurstmacher.
Wurstmacher. Yes.
Wurstmacher. What did I just say? What is it?
Wurstmacher is a real German made-up word. Wurst is the German word for sausage. Macher means maker. So that is the title that one of the partners, Andre Venner, who's a German, gave me that title. But Germans actually do not acknowledge that as a real position. And I've tried to explain that to them, but they're like, it means what you think it means, but it is awkward.
Oh my God! Awkward. Get it awkward.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. But so yeah, it basically means I do all the sausages and hot dogs for all the Dog House restaurants. I do come up with all the recipes, like these hot dogs here. This was a recipe that I developed in my very own kitchen.
You made it yourself?
Yeah, you could see all the spices in there. And now we make them at a facility in Southern California. But I start all the hot dogs and sausages in small batches in my very own kitchen. I smoke them in my backyard, stuff them, do all the good stuff.
But you became a chef partly because of your brother.
Well, yeah, okay, so my brother and I used to do a lot of barbecuing. We got really into like running around, just barbecuing, like you're spending hours around a smoker and it's very like just communal. And then he got a notion to open a restaurant in Philly. And I was like living out here at the time. I'm like, hey, wait, I like barbecue. So I left, I went to Philly, we opened a restaurant together. And then it was from that restaurant that led to me getting on the Food Network show, Next Food Network Star.
Great.
And
well, you didn't actually win it, but you got your own show. No, that's great.
Win really
hey,
mean?
you know what? It does, because American Idol, a lot of the winners who weren't winners went on to be like big winners.
I need the pressure of being the official winner.
That's right.
It worked out great for me.
You are a winner, especially now, because everybody has loved all this.
You just won me over.
Amazing.
Amazing. Jamie's like, can I have some of the tater tots?
I know.
All right, this is a Grand Slam dog.
Very excited.
And
Are we showing a picture of the Grand Slam?
No, we're not going to show that. But
that's the Grand Slam right there. Okay, so the Grand Slam is one of our dogs. It takes it obviously from Denny's is a popular Grand Slam. So we have like our tater tots.
Orly's
we have
losing
bacon.
her silverware and everything.
Orly's
no idea what's
losing her, literally
so
losing
sorry.
her whole situation over here. But that's okay. That's the effect we have.
Yeah.
Well, they're eating an Old Town dog. Explain to everyone what that is, and we're going to be making it for
If you've ever been to Los Angeles, California, we do a lot of bacon wrap dogs. They happen anywhere on any street corner. You kind of wonder, like, how does the health department, how are they allowed to do this? Yeah. Nobody really knows. But here at Dog House, we make them in a very clean environment. Okay. So we start with a bacon wrap dog, and then this one has a lot of Mexican influences. So this is, you can do a version of this at home. As I said, this is my hot dog. This is our recipe. You can only get these at Dog House restaurants, but you can use your own hot dog. You're going to do this with me.
Oh, okay.
Just when you're getting a hot dog, don't get like the cheapest thing you could get. Get kind of like the more expensive. Get good quality hot dogs with whole ingredients. That's really important. So we're going to bacon wrap because, now we're taking two great meats that taste great together.
Wow, that's
all right. So all we're going to do is just kind of roll it, overlapping just like that.
I'm gonna do what you're doing.
And you can see it kind of holds on really well. But what we do at the restaurant sometimes is because bacon can tend to shrink when you're cooking it at a higher temperature. You skewer it right there, and that'll help it keep it from shrinking. Now you want to put the toothpicks in sort of parallel. So now we're going to lay this in a pan right here.
Ooh, wow.
And it's working because it's going to start to sizzle.
I love that.
So once the bacon kind of sets on that first side, you can almost pull the toothpicks out, and then you're going to roll them to cook them evenly throughout. Now, another thing we do at Dog House is we use King's Hawaiian bread. These are Hawaiian dinner rolls. You've seen them.
Love it.
But we cut them in a way that we're not separating them into individual rolls. So this is called our hot dog bun.
Why not just a regular bun? By the way, I love the choice.
Okay, because of strictly because of like flavor.
Really?
Sweeter too, isn't it?
It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It also has butter in it. So when this cooks up, we actually cook it. We brush a little bit of clarified butter on that. Now we use clarified butter, which has the milk solids, which can burn taken out. Right. You want the milk solids when you're making brown butter, but when you're cooking something that can tend to go over a higher heat, it could burn. So clarified butter has a higher smoke point. So you're just going to brush that on, and it kind of recalls if you've ever had a lobster roll or something like that when they kind of griddle the buns like that. That's sort of the effect you get.
I wish you guys could smell this at home with the bacon.
Can we back up to the dog just real quick? Like, where do you
please.
find that higher quality? You can't get that at a regular grocery.
I mean, I think you'll find that most markets have a variety of hot dogs now. You know,
A lot of the delis have good ones too.
Do they?
Like here in LA, Meat and Elves has the Nick
In the
Nell
deli
special.
section
Also.
also.
in the deli section, if you find, or any kind of butcher always have the best hot dogs. Like I grew up on the Hebrew National hot dogs on the East Coast. I grew up in New York, and I always knew the difference between the ones that had the natural casing that we would get at the kosher butcher versus the kind that came in the big packages. I always loved the ones that you'd get
Casing can
from the exactly.
big time.
So here we can see that one's getting dark.
Yeah.
But through the magic of the home and family, we have our little swap out action right here.
Ooh, look at that. Beautiful.
So as you
Let
can
the
see, we
dogs out.
grill
Really?
them up, and that's that looks like when you make a great grilled cheese sandwich, right? You get that great butter toasted effect.
Ooh,
So this
that
is
looks
just a
yummy.
great thing to do. Now we also serve our hamburgers in these buns, but we just use 4 of them instead. So we lay in the bacon wrapped dog, and you just want to make sure the bacon's nice and crisp. You can do it in a pan. You could also do it under the broiler. You could also do it on the grill. You just want to make sure that the bacon is nice, crisp, and the dog is hot inside.
What do you put on these puppies?
All right, so for the Old Town, I mean, you could do, obviously, whatever you like here. But for the Old Town, these are grilled onions, okay? So we also just chop these up. We grilled them over a medium-high heat with a little bit of salt, also clarified butter, so they have a little bit of color, but they also maintain texture. We're not making onion mush. They're not, like, fully caramelized. They've got a little bit of bite, but they're nice and mellow. So we just kind of spread those over there. Then another thing we like to do in the restaurant is we pickle jalapenos. I put a recipe on the Home and Family website to pickle jalapenos, but you can certainly purchase pickled jalapenos. But pickling at home is super fun and it's really easy. You could also use a pickled sweeter pepper here if you don't want something spicy. Right, so the pickling.
I put jalapenos in my pickle jar juice. I put them in there and it makes it hot.
Yeah, so you're doubling down, and then you'll also get a pickled jalapeno out of that.
Right.
That's a great idea. All right, so we have the pickled jalapenos, the caramelized onions, the bacon wrapped dog. Then we take a Chipotle Aioli. Now this is super easy to make. You could just take a mayo. You could also use sour cream. You could use yogurt if you want to make it a lower fat option. And then we get the Chipotles, not the dried ones. This is an actual dried Chipotle, which is just a smoked jalapeno that's been dried. But I'm breaking into the display. Is that legal?
No, that's fine. Yes, of course. You can do anything.
Police are on their way.
Coming for you.
These you can find in any grocery store. These are Chipotles and Adobo. And all you do is puree them, food process them, stick one them, and then you just make a smoky, delicious, creamy sauce like that. And I love smoke. So you have the smoke in the hot dog, the smoke in the bacon, and then the Chipotle, which we just kind of go on like that. That's what we do at a doghouse. We just go like this. And then we finish it with a cotija cheese, which is, I like to liken it to like almost like a Mexican Parmesan.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a little bite like a Romano, and that's it. That's what we do as the Old Town dog right there.
I am amazed at Christina's discipline right now.
Yeah, I know.
Why haven't you gone in sooner?
I'm going to cut it in half so I can.
And you'll see that, like, the King's Hawaiian is the perfect bread because it looks like it's a big bun, but when you bite into it, it sort of just wraps around.
Yeah, it so dissolves in your mouth.
Oh, yes.
We get a thumbs up? Yes, perfect.